my highlight, I guess, was that I got to learn more about the genre of jazz and how to, I guess, play it on bass. And that was I had a lot of fun, and I feel like that's the most important part of it. And the biggest takeaway, I feel like, is that you really, if like you're playing the right notes, you really can't go wrong in improv, right?
My favorite highlight from yesterday was just really improving on all of the songs overall, just finally like getting them better.
Yeah.
You know? I guess my biggest takeaway from this would be, yeah, you can never really go wrong in improv.
Yeah, because it's all about trying new things, expressing yourself,
As long as you're playing.
being creative, no judgments. Yes.
My highlights were the jam sessions next door I did with Logan.
Hey,
Yeah.
I should have put that in my highlights.
Pretend he said that in his highlights.
Yeah. Well,
And
then.
the biggest takeaway is to not be afraid of improv, because at the beginning of camp I was afraid of improv. Like in my notebook, as my goal, I put I want to play with other people.
And look.
Yeah.
Now look at you.
Favorite highlight was probably the jam session that was happening back there with Van Blunt and Logan. And you weren't there.
Yeah, he was.
He was?
Yes.
Yes, I
He was on the piano and then he was on the vibraphone.
Listen, I was paying attention to hi-hat drum, alright? All I needed to know. And my biggest takeaway would, yeah, same. I used to be like really anxious about improv and stuff. I didn't know what notes to play, but now I'm like, more confident, with my sound and, what scales I'm playing and whatnot. And, it's just been really good. It's been really fun.
Nice.
Great experience.
Probably my favorite highlight is all the wonderful nicknames we've given to you four.
What are they?
So
Oh
it's Mr. Quizteal, it's Hey Alexa, YouTube God, Nick Pinzers, and then it was Cool Mom Katie, because you're like a cool mom.
Yeah.
Just drink your water now.
Nurse Katie.
And then so I'd probably have to agree with Zephyr and Braden, because if my heart rate was any indication, solos,
130.
130. But then today, it didn't spike up any.
No.
I'm not gonna die.
If my biggest takeaway would have to be the improvisation that I learned here. Since I always played in band before this, and never ever had a solo before, so.
Wow. Yeah, and you've been playing solos all day.
Yeah.
Woo.
My favorite moments and my takeaway are both going to come from this morning. So my favorite moment was this morning when the instructors had us work together instead of them doing us in, and just seeing us all work together and pick up the piece in two moves or three moves is that was really a really shocking eye opener. My takeaway is that a really important aspect of jazz or band in general is working together.
Yeah.
My highlight was probably just having fun playing jazz, and something that I can take away is to not be scared about soloing.
Okay, my highlight was probably just being able to play 7 hours of jazz a day. That was a lot. And biggest takeaway would just I used to think that a song, if I just hear it off the radio, would be way too hard just to play by ear. But now, if you just kind of pause and go step by step, I realize that it's a lot easier.
A highlight for me is probably just getting to be here and playing with everybody. And then something to take away is that soloing isn't actually that hard.
Nice.
All right.
Kate.
Okay, yeah, a highlight for me was really whenever our pieces just kind of came together well. I just really liked that, and we finally just kind of got it, I feel. And a takeaway would be, I guess the flute can be a jazz instrument.
Yeah.
My highlight for me, I think soloing on Janet Jackson.
Nice.
I learned that
that scary, and improv is fun.
Highlight from me, well, my highlight yesterday was imagining our very first time that we met in this room and everybody was kind of in their own little zone. There was some tension. And maybe my highlight today is how this is just a big old jazz family today at the end of camp. We all love each other very much. We're forever bonded by music. My takeaway might be, I was pretty inspired by how you guys all stepped up as leaders throughout camp. And you got to have some time to practice on your own. You took charge of your own musical destiny. You worked hard. You can do a lot of things by yourself. And we're here to help you. But you have it all right here. And I'm so proud of that. I'm inspired. I'm taking that home with me to Chicago.
In terms of highlights, like that thing this morning where it's just like, okay, you guys figured it out. And everybody, I mean, like, doing something like that for the first time, especially organizationally, but you've all prepared yourself so well this week by trying stuff and practicing really well and holding yourself accountable to do that, not only just for you, but because this is the band. Like, we want to be able to support our bandmates, and then being able to just have all of us step back and see, like, yeah, you guys came up with an arrangement and everybody soloed, and you're doing it all like without talking or like looking at sheet music or anything like that, and just like paying great attention. It's like just communicating with each other so well, not only when you are talking and planning it out, but like that whole nonverbal thing. I mean, I don't think, because Nick and I have been doing these camps like with this sort of mindset for a while, and I don't think that we've had a group do that. And so that's something that's pretty special.
My musical highlight would be how ready and open-minded everybody was to learning everything by ear, even though we have a very wide range of ability and age levels here. I found it so inspiring. I saw older people assisting younger people. I saw younger people reminding their friends of what the notes were and certain phrases. I saw people from different instruments learning about people's instruments that they weren't familiar with. So I was really inspired with how you guys all wanted to help each other with the ear training stuff in particular. Obviously, my second highlight would have to be refereeing the Capture the Flag game. And
Crusaders.
Yeah.
Small Mart.
Small Mart versus Crusaders will forever be a
Crusaders won 2-0.
2 consecutive.
Yes, but it was
Good.
close.
Undefeated.
It was close. It was close. Just
You won
in
twice.
sportsmanship, it was close.
And it was rigged also.
Thus, my takeaway, which is that at the end of the day, when you put your instruments down, our goal is to be a nice, kind human being that cares for others. It's not about winning, it's not about losing, it's about having fun, making memories.
Yeah.
Highlights for me this week musically is that nobody questioned that they could do what we asked, and that everyone was kind of just on board and said, "Hey, do this thing," and you're like, "Okay, cool," and it was great. And even though, and one other musical highlight was when somebody maybe said like, "Oh, this part it makes it is scary." Other people were like, "No, this is the best part. Why are you scared? Don't be scared." And seeing everybody encourage each other to just try stuff and be okay with, like, sometimes you play a weird note and it's kind of weird sounding, but then you just don't play that one yet. So I was really happy to see everybody do that. And also another highlight was definitely being team captain, the twice winning Crusaders.
Small Mart. Well, I switched the flags when no one was looking, so technically Small Mart won.
No!
Spoiler.
Mom Katie strikes again.